Namaste. Welcome to SMRITI. We have here Dr. Sarada Purna Sonty back again, leading us on understanding the concept and philosophy of Aksharapadeeyam. She is bringing the knowledge and to awareness how sound letters are so important. They play a very significant role in our lives and understanding the world around us. Welcome back again, Sarada Garu. What do we have today?
Vani, we have talked about Akshara and Agni in our previous episode. Let's take this effort a little further down. Let's pick up a few more words. And I'm going to use certain shabdas as we speak in our day-to-day life. If you pick up all the words, as we come from Bharat, our country, we usually use, as we talked about, we have 22 different official languages. And we have Sanskrit is the predominant language we have. Sanskrit not as a spoken language, but all the words and all the basic fundamental formation and the framework of our language uses all the oral cavity, 6 articulation points and 26 letters, aksharas. Okay, and let's pick up few words. Like what happens is in our day-to-day life, we talk about Guru, Veda, Agni, Puja, Surya, Chandra, Dharma. Like this, you can pick up either 2-letter words or 3-letter words or 4-letter words. All these have been in existence from time immemorial. We don't know where they have started, but these have started given a form by Panini. So how do we understand this? Why did we pick up those particular sounds to make particular words for a specified meaning? We have to come to that. And to reach that level, Bhashikaras like Uvata Bhattu, Bhattavaskara and Shayana, and Shastrakaras like Patanjali, Yaska and Panini, and Sutrakaras as Baudhayana and Apastamba Sutras, and Smritikara, Yajnavalkya and Manu, and much later periods we have Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, and then comes with Shankara, the Advaitan, Bhagavad Shankara. They have given us many, the expansiveness of the language that used in Mahabharata, okay? In the country Bharat. And what happens here is, if you go through the words itself, we don't have to go to the theories, but just the words that we speak, we can see that they have proclaimed certain aspects, like drishti. 3 types of drishtis: Rishi drishti, Devata drishti, Pitru drishti. That means Pitru drishti is us, ourselves. That means our perception, our drishti. Devata drishti is that we gained. And Rishi drishti is transcended. Even if we gain, that's not enough. We need to transcend. So Rishi drishti is that. Looking at every aspect of our ucharana, that is pronunciation, Rishi drishti is much needed. Okay, and in this, going into many aspects, we need to consider, apart from drishti, we need to consider 3 lokas: bhautika, mano, jnana, dehas. And we have to look at the 3 agni swarupas. Bahavagni, that means bahu agni, that is 3 agni. That is our kriya, our action needs fire element. Before that, uha, thinking, it needs fire element. And jnanam, to store in an ayatanam form, it needs agni. That means the 3 agni. So to understand, to pick up an akshara, we need 3 drishtis: drishtitrayi and lokatrayi and agnitrayi. We need this to pick up the akshara. And
what is ayatanam? Sorry to interrupt you, but what is ayatanam? You mentioned the word ayatanam in...
Ayatanam is once we have an experience,
Mm-hmm.
each experience takes up certain amount of our breath. That is our pranic energy.
Mm-hmm.
That is a unitary life force. And what it does is each experience it gains a symbol. It's a picture. It's stored in the memory. Since the second we are born till the last, every breath takes a form. And that rupam, that image that we have is stored. That image is our jnana. With every action we pick up that, we reach that area and we pick up that ayatanam and say the ayatanam is that image or the symbol or the form. That ayatanam. So what we do, what we pray for is, may every breath of mine become ayatanam. Ayatanavam bhavati. May it become ayatanam. So that it will come for me when I ask for my purpose at that present continuous state of mind.
Thank you.
To become into an action. So with these things, what happened was, Bhashikaras, Shastrakaras, Sutrakaras, Smritikaras, and Kavis and Pandita, they all have given us various ways how to reach out to our ayatanam and bring it to the forefront. And in Tri-Yuga time period, Gautama, in Treta Yuga, Shankhalikita, that means in Dwapara Yuga, Shankhalikita, who has the crown is Krishna. Gita came in Dwapara Yuga. And Parashara and Manusmritis, these are for the Kali Yuga, for the Manava. So we have the codes, we have the treatises for us. And what are we doing with that? We try to gain, first thing is Upaasana. We need to practice. Upaasana is transcendence through practice. Okay. And what do we do with that? We practice. That means sadhana. Once we have Upasana, we do it in practice. That is method of practice. And then with that, we go into samadhi. That is concentration of mind. And with samadhi, we get siddhi. That means powers gained. With powers gained, we get the kaivalya state. That is isolation of self from the senses. So these are all the stages. With Akshara, we do all these things. So now we go into one particular words. We know that in our day-to-day life, we have the words. As I mentioned, in worldly languages, we name an object. That name doesn't have any meaning. Object has the meaning. For a meaning, we name it. So let's take up this one. And we heard, because our many linguists from the yesteryears, we will talk about them later, but I will pick up few words to explain certain things.
Sure.
Like there is one mantra. You might ask me, would Veda talks about all this time, does it only work for Veda? No, it doesn't. Yes, I am not bringing into Veda anything here, but the words are still with us. We still use them. What kind of words do we use them? Mashastame, Tilastame, Mudgastame, Khalvastame, Godhumastame, Masurastame. Okay. We know these words today. Today we know. What is Masha? Yava, Mudga, Godhuma, Khalva, Tila, Masura, we know them. Because this is our annam. We eat them, the products that we eat. Would these words, of course, even in Vedic time, they must have eaten this. They must have named it. But what we have to say, the object, the padartha, doesn't have a meaning. It's a padartham. Okay? But it carries a message. We need to say that. Why is it since that time till today, when we say, what is the ayatanam it carries? Tilashtami, what is the Tila Ayatanam? That means, what is that Jnana image that it carries? That's what we need to get. So what I would say is, when we talk about these things, we need to see the meanings, right? Tila is sesame seeds. Ta and La. Ta stands for Pratishtha, that means cementing. La means raising. What is it that we are cementing here? Lakara is transcending. What is transcending here in the Nugulu? That is the sesame seeds. But so the meaning Tilasthame, Lakara is Devatasthana, Takara is the Pratishtha. So let the Devatasthana be cemented in me. That is the meaning. So may my existence be ever transcended. That's the meaning of Tilasthame. May my existence ever be transcended. That means whatever is established, that's my life, that's me, I am here now. So Tila, even today or in the beginning, it carries certain ayatanam energy. That is what the meaning is. And Masha Chame. Masha is what? Urad dal? That's what we call, right? Minapappu. Masha. And what does it mean? Makara stands for Manas. Shakara stands, as we talked about, our life energy. It's a particular area, that is the lung area. You remember? We talked about Shasasa. Sakara is Sarva Prani, the universal life force. Sha, like Shiva, the Shakara is about me. Universal life force, unitary life force, and Shakara is transcended life force. Okay, so here Masha Chame, that means may my emotional mind activity raise to divinity. Masha Chame means it's not may I have the urad dal, no. And let's go to the other one. Mudga Chame. Mudga is tur dal, not tur, masur dal, I guess. Right? Masur, pesera pappu.
Moong dal, yeah.
Moong dal, that's what I'm sorry.
Yes.
Moong dal. But is it that may I have moong dal? Masura chame, mudga chame. That means ma, u, da, ga. Look at the aksharas. And each one has symbolizes certain energy. All those energy put together, makara is manas. U is taking forward. That means my future, may the future. And the dakara is the cerebral, that means raised above. Gakara is a prayatna. Mudgachame means may the mind of mine move towards transcendence. Okay, and let's take one more. Khalvachame. Khalva is bigger moong dal. Okay, khalva is big grain. So
the whole grain, I think, yeah.
Whole grain, yeah. And so may every act of mind be firmly transformed into transcended state. Because khalva, khalva, we need to give akshara meaning to every letter and put them together and see the ayatana. Okay, and then yava. We know what yava is. Yava is, it's a grain again. May every utterance of my, yakaram stands for effort, prayatnam, action. Va stands for utterance. So may every act of mine transform into utterance. And what kind of utterance? Transcended. So may I not speak unnecessary, wasteful sounds. That's the meaning. Yavachame. So when we talk about this, if you, to make it simpler, the same thing, Mashachame means na mano vyaparam. Na mano vyaparam. Devata Shakti Purita Magugaka. That's the meaning. Tilachame. Na Pratishtha Sthanam. That means my existence, cemented existence. Brahma Bhavana Purita Magugaka. Mudgachame. Na Manasu. My pratishtha is different from my mano activity is different from my manas. Right? So now manas, deva bhava gamana magugaka. Manas is always travels. How does it travel? Manas is called Ashwa. That means the fastest traveling entity is Manas. At this moment, I can think that I'm with you, next to you. The fastest going is Manas.
Yeah.
So we need to let that be in control. Manasu need to be madhanam. That means yajjagrato dura mudaiti daivam tadu suptasya tadhaiveti durangamam jyotisham jyotirekam tanme mana siva sankalpamastu. And are you there for me?
I lost you. Yes, you're back again.
Okay. What
continue.
happens? I need to finish this one.
Yes,
so
yeah.
my manas can go to the sun, the planet sun, and come back in a split second, the fastest. And may that manas always seek deva bhava gamana margam. That means transcendence. Godhumasyame. Godhuma is the wheat that we eat. I'm not praying for that. I'm praying for it by the action, yajna. When does an action becomes a yajna? When it is transcended to a greater level, to almost divinity level. And also which is a Agni Karyam. That means Agni is at its highest form. That is yajna. With the action, that means every utterance, I become that Agni Brahma Agni. That is Godhumasyame. And we need to give meanings like this. That means it is not that we have created. We haven't created any of this. But our ayatanam, that means our pranam, annam gives pranam, pranam gives vak, vak gives jnanam, jnanam has ayatanam. And we pick up that ayatanam, that image to give the meanings. So each akshara is an energy, life, unitary life force, prana shakti, and it picks up that ayatanam and it gives the energy. So we need to give the meanings to the words that we use in our day-to-day life. Also, to raise above, so that our words, our utterances carry positive energy, which makes a shield around us. Kavacham, vak kavacham. For that, we are looking for this word aksharam. And we talked about aksharam with its 5 components, and Agni that carries the 3 Shaktis. And we have come to this stage where we can analyze any of these words and what the meanings are, what the ayatanams, that means the energy image that it has. So in our next session, we will pick up many words and give the meanings and see that we change our understanding of the language that we use in today's world.
Beautiful.
Okay. Thank you, Vani. Thank you, yours. Namaste.
Thank you so much again. What a wonderful journey. And you have raised everybody's awareness, and you're instilling a responsibility of how we use our walk. And really, we want to travel with you. I want to travel with you. I'm sure most of our viewers here. Thank you all again.
Thank you.
Please come back for our next episode. Sarada garu will share more. Namaste.